All right, let's jump right in. Today we are talking about something that is absolutely essential if you're looking at any new project. We're talking about the roadmap audit. And trust me, this is a skill that can save you from a world of pain. So let's do it.
Okay, I want you to just stare at this for a second. A roadmap is not proof. Let that really sink in. This is probably the single most important idea we're going to cover, because everything else, every feature, every timeline, it all comes back to this one simple, powerful truth.
You see, a roadmap is designed to tell a story. And look, they're often really good stories, right? They paint this picture of what a team wants to do, what they intend to build. But here's the thing. Our job isn't just to sit back and enjoy the story. Nope. Our job is to find the reality. And today, I'm going to give you the tools to do exactly that.
So here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll talk about the roadmap illusion. Then I'll introduce you to something I call the 4 essential labels. This is the core framework. After that, we'll get practical with the evidence audit. We'll have a quick note for builders, and then we'll bring it all home with the main idea. Proof is your reality. Let's get started.
All right, section 1, the roadmap illusion. So why do these things feel so much like facts? What is it about a roadmap that makes our brains just want to believe it's a guarantee?
Well, it really just comes down to psychology, doesn't it? A roadmap looks so neat. It's a straight line from point A to point B. It feels like progress. It feels like certainty. But that's the illusion. Here's the reality. A roadmap is a list of intentions. It is not a contract. It's a collection of goals, not guarantees. And mixing those two up, that's probably the biggest and most expensive mistake you can make in this space. So, how do we break that spell? How do we fight the illusion? Well, we need a new language, a really disciplined way to look at these things. And that brings us right to the heart of this whole explainer, the 4 essential labels. Okay, check this out. This simple table is going to be your new best friend. It forces you to be honest. First up, delivered. This one's easy. It means it's shipped. It's usable. The only evidence that counts is a live link or a demo, something you can actually touch. Then you have in progress. This means they are actively coding right now. You need to see the proof, like recent code commits, and you need a time frame. Next, aspirational. Look, it's totally cool for projects to have huge dreams. The key is they have to call it that. If they're trying to pass off a dream as a plan, that's a major red flag. And last, my absolute favorite, unknown. If you can't find any real evidence for a claim, what do? You don't guess, you don't hope, you label it unknown and move on. Simple as that.
Okay, so we've got the labels. Now how do we actually use them? Well, that's where the evidence audit comes in. This is the fun part, where we roll up our sleeves.
And to do that, we're going to use a mental model I call the proof ladder. Think about it. Not all evidence is the same, right? There's a huge difference between a working product and a vague tweet. So this ladder helps us rank the quality of what we're seeing. At the very top rung, you've got hard, verifiable facts. Down at the bottom, you've got fuzzy marketing speak. Our job is to live at the top of that ladder.
And this right here just makes it super clear. On the left, you've got strong evidence. This is the gold standard. We're talking live links, demos you can click on, change logs with actual dates, the real deal. Then on the right, you've got the weak stuff, those coming soon JPEGs, vague promises on social media, you know the type. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to stay firmly on the left side of the screen and treat everything on the right with extreme suspicion.
So here it is, your practical checklist. You can use this for every single item on any roadmap you see. First, you label it. Is it delivered, in progress, aspirational, or unknown? Step 2, find the proof. Where's the link? If there's no link, it is not delivered. End of story. 3, what's the time frame? Are we talking next week, next quarter, or just soon? And finally, number 4, what does done even mean? How will we know when it's actually complete?
And here's the bottom line. If a roadmap item can't pass this super simple 4-step test, then what is it? It's not a plan. It's a piece of marketing. It's designed to create hype, not to be a credible guide to what's actually being built.
Okay, let's switch gears for a second. If you're on the other side of this, if you're a builder, this isn't about attacking you. Actually, it's the opposite. This is about showing you the blueprint for building rock-solid trust with your community.
So, you want to build a community that sticks with you? It's actually pretty simple. Keep a public changelog. It's your proof of work. Use a format like now, next, later. It's clear, it manages expectations. And for all those massive, world-changing ideas, create a special bucket for them and label it aspirational. Be transparent about it. Because at the end of the day, trust is an asset. And it compounds like crazy when you consistently, and I mean consistently, show your receipts.
Okay, let's wrap this up and bring it all together. The entire point of this audit, everything we've talked about, it really comes down to one single powerful idea.
And this slide says it all, doesn't it? This is the shift in mindset we need to make. We have to move away from the left side, the world of stories, intentions, promises, coming soon. And we need to live on the right side, the world of reality, a world built on hard evidence, on actual receipts, and on the most beautiful word in the entire product dictionary, shipped.
So, if you remember nothing else, remember this. This is your new mantra. Every time you look at a roadmap, I want you to hear this in your head. Label every single item and demand verifiable evidence. That's it. That's the game. So now you have a framework for auditing what a team says they're building. But what about who they say they're working with? Those big partnership announcements? That's another area that's just full of hype. So next time, we're going to dig into that. How do you tell a real partnership from just a press release?
And as always, just a quick reminder, this is all for educational purposes. It is definitely not financial advice. There's always risk involved, so please do your own research. Thanks for tuning in.